What's up, everybody? This is the Ring Report. We're back. We're back. We're episode 11. And so we're getting right into it. We are on the road to WrestleMania. And so we got a jam-packed show. We're excited. I am Eric Battle. I am your moderator. The best moderator on the best WWE podcast in the world. This is the Ring Report. We get ready to jump right into it. We get ready to jump right out with my cousins. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Three favorite people. Come on, my cousin Carrie. What's up?
What up, though? What is up, everybody? Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, go back, binge watch. Yeah, show us some support. We are Ring Report on all platforms. We are also TRRP005 at TikTok. Yo, I remembered it.
He got it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes,
It's gonna be.
remember, we
It's
are
gonna be a
also
good show.
Yes, we are also on Spotify. Check out our website. We are at 270 subscribers. Come on. Thank y'all so much for the support. So this is going to be a great episode. I'm ready. Let's get it.
And look, and before I introduce my other two cousins, shout out to you guys, the viewers. This is our first episode that got over 1,000 views. Come on, y'all make some noise in this place. Come on, y'all give us some hearts. We got 1,000 views. We're excited. We're excited. We're excited. And thank you for all those new subscribers this week. Last week we celebrated 100, and we got 100 just this week. 100 is plus this week. So we're excited
Yes.
about that. Oh, Great Bearded One, what's up? You ready to jump in?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's get it. Hey, last week we were talking about getting to our 100, and we was amped up about that, and we went from 100 to 270 something in a week. And I was like,
Yes.
yo, what are we doing here? And this is just something that, that started off that as something that we wanted to do as a family, just to give us something to do. It gives us an opportunity to connect together, but now we're connecting with the world. And I appreciate you guys for it. Let's get on to what we need to get on with.
Storm, old knowledgeable one. What's up, my guy? You ready?
What's happening? Yeah, let's get it on. Let's do this.
What's happening, y'all? He the coolest one out of all four of us.
Yes,
He's the
he
coolest.
is.
Laid back,
that's
chill. That's him.
that's because
Hey, y'all, and
that's that
also
true magic time.
I wasn't
shout
always
out to
the
everybody
Lord still working on me.
shout out to everybody that has commented, that has said something, that has recognized me and Shops. We appreciate you. So we
You know
we
you out
excited
there.
about
Get that
we
selfie
out
next
there.
time.
We out there. So, y'all, here we go. We're getting into it. Come on. Let's go. It's four horsemen time. Can I get two claps and a Ric Flair? Let's do it.
Woo!
All right, yo, it's our four horsemen time. Y'all know what it is. Four horsemen segment. This is what it's about. Who we felt like this week is the best of the best. And we're going to compare them to the four horsemen, all 17 of them. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna start with Storm. Storm, what's up, baby? Can you give us your four horsemen of this week?
Yeah, this week I gotta go with Trick Williams. For the second week in a row, this man has hit his opponent with the trick shot. He knocked him out. Like his last two matches have been won by stoppage of the ref. But to top it all off, the icing on the cake of that, he called out Obafemi, told him to bring his punk ass out here. Obafemi showed up, and they were face to face getting it on. They were arguing that all of a sudden the new faction came down. But they were so concentrating on them, and Javon Evans came in trying to stop them because the faction was coming. They were so concentrated on each other that they kept rumbling, and the faction didn't even leave the bleachers. They just sat there and watched Over and Trick get it on. Like, I'm telling you, the man is here. I gotta equate him to Sid Vicious because the way he did Ethan Thorpe was not fair. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I expected
Man,
more out of Ethan Thorpe. He took that trick shot for real.
man,
It was
man.
Sid's finish.
Sid Vicious getting a lot of play, man. Sid Vicious getting a lot of play. And so I know every time we say something, it's Sid Vicious, Sid Vicious, Sid Vicious. But here's
It's a lot
but
of
here's
physicality.
but here's the crazy part. Here's a rumor about, there's a rumor about Trick Williams maybe. the leader of this little faction that they're creating in NXT. That's a rumor I'm hearing. And the reason y'all remember, yeah, so that y'all remember when the Shield started and they thought CM Punk was because they didn't attack him at some point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be something, y'all. This could be something. So okay, Sid
If it
Vicious,
is,
Sid
I'm
Vicious.
here for
I am too, actually. I'm here for it too. Trick coming into the Raw roster or the SmackDown roster with a squad. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. Another faction.
it.
You get a faction. You get a faction. Everybody. Anyway, everybody
Overstack.
get a faction. Harry, what's up? Give us your
What up?
four horsemen.
My four horsemen this week is John Cena. Homeboy came out. We have been saying do do do.
In my Paul Heyman voice.
So, homeboy, we have been talking about this since the Royal Rumble. What is he gonna do? How is he gonna come out? It's like me. I was definitely saying, "Oh, I think he gonna come out suit whatever." Homeboy came out and saying, "Look, y'all ain't getting nothing. You're getting this music and you're getting the same look, whatever." He came out there and he went to work. I'm not going to go too far into what he did, but he definitely, yes, went up in there and showed out. I appreciate his efforts. I think he was magic on the mic. So we're going to go with
My mind,
Ric
my
Flair.
mind, my mind.
So I think we're gonna go. I think we it was on the lines of Ric Flair as far as that as far as the mic skills. So I'm gonna go with that.
The boy, the boy John Cena came out in his fruity pebbles, upset everybody,
Definitely
upset everybody, upset
shut down,
everybody.
Told them they don't deserve
damn,
a new look.
shut down. What you call Netflix? What world?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Netflix went on a pause for a second because John Cena came out and people trying to figure out what happened. And so Netflix, I gotta do better. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Rest. I need y'all to fix this before well, Peacock is probably WrestleMania gonna be on Peacock. But I need y'all to fix this before WrestleMania season get here because we don't need any missing. We don't need to miss nothing. No programming so we can get ready for
Especially on the
WrestleMania.
Raw after.
Yes. Yeah, we don't need none of that. Yo, I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna save Dwayne for last because it's a very special. I think it's a special one for Horsemen. I'm gonna say that. So my four horsemen of this week, I think it's probably no. This is the second time on it 'cause I think Kerry did them once. It's the Street Profits this week. It's the Street Profits this week, and I'm going with the Street Profits because they did they did what they said they were going to do. They had the vignettes came through. They were beating people up with crutches, stopping matches, stopping matches, talking that junk, and they wound up winning the WWE Tag Team Championships on SmackDown. I actually like them belts that they wearing. I don't know. I ain't really paid attention to the design when no other team had it, but I'm looking at these guys with these belts on, and I think I like the design. But I like the fact that they did what they supposed to do, changed a little bit of their character. Now that they are different, they still I think they're what they call face heelish. So they right in the middle of whatever it is, just a new attitude. They got a new theme song. I'm still trying to figure out if I like it. I like it or not. And so, 'cause I think they were the last of CFO's theme music going. I think they were the last ones that had the CFO who was over the theme music. So they just moved their theme music over, which was smooth. And then you got, I'm gonna just be honest. And at some point, Montez Ford's charisma is on another level, man. Like there is. I mean, at some point, I'm not gonna put it out there, but his charisma is crazy. So I am going to contribute this tag team to Arn Anderson and Tully. R. Anderson and Tully. You know, they won and back in the day they won the US Tag Team Championships. They won the World Tag Team Championships. I think they won the Television Tag Team Championships. They they won they won them all.
W
So
came
you
in
said
the
the NWA had all the tag team champions. I'm being honest with you. They had all of them. And so I think they won most of those. So that's who I'm going with. Last but not least, we're going with Ogre Beer, the one. Your four horsemen of this week. Let's go.
So this week's Four Horsemen is not a WWE superstar, but the driving force of the Ring Report podcast, and that's going to be Kerry. Kerry has come up with great ideas, great content. She's up at 3, 4 in the morning, giving us, you know, information and whatnot. And the biggest thing that she did was when to post our latest that would be show 10, the one that's so hard to retain, when to post that, knowing that SmackDown was going to air at 3. She said, you know what? She made an ED and said she was going to post it after the Raw went off. And at this point, that's our largest viewed show. And if I'm going to equate her to anyone, it's going to be that Ric Flair. She wheeling and dealing, you know, and we appreciate it. And she produces the show. She kind of gives us the format of the show, you know, and she is the driving force of what we're doing today. And we appreciate you for coming out and rocking with us and giving these folks some a real rest a WWE podcast.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's my four horsemen.
Diamonds are forever.
Come on now.
That's a good one.
Excellent.
And she
Hey,
man,
so
she be rocking the flying shirt. She be having a shirt. Show everybody her shirts right now. That's tough.
Boy.
That's
ooh
macho
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Macho
yeah.
man.
After she called Jay Macho Man, she gonna wear a Macho Man.
Yeah.
She had to represent. That's what happened. That's
So,
how we do. So we got our four horsemen in, and Dwayne giving our secrets out about how we how we moving forward a little bit, but it's all good.
and it, and
Hey,
it,
at the end of the day, so we got a
And
great faction. We got a great faction. We got the Street Profits. We got Trick Williams. We got John Cena, and we got Kerry Marie. Listen, and she is the leader. She is the leader with her Macho Man shirt on. Let's go. You could be the Stephanie McMahon on the podcast. At some
yeah,
point, she was trying to lead some stuff, and you know, just not when she was getting kidnapped by the Undertaker. We want you to be the other one. We want you to. We want you to be.
wow.
it was
We
me,
want you
Austin.
The
That is
storylines.
ironic, but that's gonna
to.
tie back in later. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, the
That's
storylines
that
back then were
storyline was
crazy.
crazy. Had
All I remember
had
is
her had her on that big X, her and all man. So that joke was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
It was me, Austin. God.
That whole thing was crazy. It was the
except she
ministry.
was
That's
really
what's called the
bad.
ministry. The ministry back in the day. Y'all, we are
That's
on. No, before I go there, that was our four horsemen. What y'all think, ladies and gentlemen? Listen, talk about it on any platform. If you got a four horsemen, look, we want somebody to challenge us with the four horsemen. If you got somebody we miss, listen, put them in there, and maybe we can shout them out. And again, we did episode 10 last week, and episode 10 did numbers. My God. Also, talk to
yes.
us about our new intro and outro. If you love it, make some noise about it. Let us know how you think, what we got going on. Y'all, here we go. That's how it is. Four Horsemen segment done. Two claps, y'all. And a Ric Flair. Let's go.
Woo!
All right. WrestleMania, the road is heating up. That thing getting hot. We ain't talking about the yellow brick road to the Wizard of Oz. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about this road right here. This road is heating up and it's crazy.
Oh,
Y'all, look, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Randy Orton kicks off SmackDown. Crowd goes crazy in Italy. My gracious. They losing it, right? Losing it. He comes out, and before he opens up his mouth, here come Kevin Owens, right? They coming up, Kevin Owens. But this match has been brewing for some time. And y'all, it's official. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, WrestleMania, Storm. What you think we're gonna get, baby?
Kevin Owens getting his head punted.
Yes. I listen,
It's
please,
good.
please,
It's all
It's
good.
please,
good.
please, please.
He's about to catch one.
He got to, and Randy Orton got to kick somebody in the head before WrestleMania. Like I thought Melo was gonna be the one. They came and
Mm,
here come Kevin Owens. But you got to give us a preview. But Kevin Owens deserve a punch to the face. I can't wait. I can't wait. Kerry,
the
this has
audacity.
yes, Kerry, this has been brewing for shoot from after he after he pile drive Randy Orton head into the mat. It's been brewing since then. Actually, matter of fact, let's kind of go before because Kevin Owens turned on Cody, right? And Randy Orton tried to help out, try to figure out what's going on, and then he sucker punched Randy Orton in the chin outside. And so here we are. We seen what Kevin Owens did with Sami Zayn. But I don't know if we're gonna get that type of match, but somebody gonna get an RKO out of nowhere, somebody gonna get punted, something gonna happen. What kind of match we think we're gonna get?
Uh, I think we're going to see vintage Randy Orton. I loved how Kevin Owens was like, let's get together and tag and be a tag team. Let's go out for the tag team belts. He said, "You didn't deserve what I did to you. Now Cody, he did, and Sammy, he did, but you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that at all. So I apologize." Kevin Owens is a trip. And Randy Owens was like, "You know what? Take your apology, turn it sideways, and whatever." But I like what Randy Orton said. Basically, no. Kevin Owens was like, "Don't nobody want to see you kicking people in the head. Don't do that." The
Walk.
crowd was like, "Whatever." Yes, we do want that. So
Got to have it.
I do see that. Yeah, it's gonna happen. We're gonna see
It's got to have it.
Vintage Viper, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Who all
It's
has got
it's
kicked in the head so far?
Woo.
Who
Man,
hasn't?
Steph.
Ric Flair got kicked in the head.
do I
And
do I need to get my list out? They
I'm
Stephanie
gonna
just
be
made a
honest with you.
list.
McMahon.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The one when he kicked Ric Flair in the head, Ric Flair 85, man. He kicked that man. He ain't had to kick that man like that.
Hey, you didn't like him, did you?
No,
You
I
didn't
did
like
not.
him.
That's that 10. That's that 10
He
storm we're
felt that.
talking about. Like that's that 10. I can't mm-mm. But he
He
also
ain't had to
kicked
kick that old man like that.
no, he did not.
He
He did
funny.
not.
He
He
funny.
Uh-uh.
punted Big Show.
Yeah, he punted Big Show. Yes. Big
He
Show was out
funny
for a
big
little bit.
show.
Yes.
He about for 2 days.
That's wild. All I know is Kevin Owens' name about to be added to that list like the trophy on the memorial jump.
Mm. And then I
Because
think Stephanie McMahon
he was kicking a lot of
Oh
legends.
yeah,
Like he was
she caught one.
remember one time he was just on a rampage. He was just kicking just legends in the face,
Yeah.
putting them to sleep.
Then he kicked Terry.
Who?
He kicked Terry
Who's Terry?
Hogan.
Terry,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, he kicked Hogan, but
He
he
had to get
also
it.
kicked. He RKO'd the Fabulous Moolah. Didn't he kick Mae Young?
He
Yes.
kicked, I'm telling you,
I think.
legends. They had to
She knew it.
go.
She knew.
Hold on.
But she was with the
Do
business
y'all
though. She
remember the
let anybody
segment
do anything.
when the legends was playing poker in the back and they was playing cards and he went in that
And
joint
he
and
kicked
turned the
didn't
light off? He had the suit on with the
he?
glasses and he had a chair in his hand and he turned the light off
Yes.
and all
Yes.
you kept hearing was oh, oh.
Yes. Good Lord.
And
The lights turned back on and
Oh
all
boy.
of them. Ric Flair laid out,
all them
Mark
laid out.
Henry laid out, all of them. Everybody was laid out. He wasn't playing. Everybody, everybody was laid out.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
Oh
It's bad
man,
business to be on that man hit list, boy.
listen,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
We about to
and
get Vince Viper.
and and Dwayne, Kevin Owens. I mean, he knew what
Come on.
he knows what he got himself into. Like literally, he tried to
I don't
back
think
out of it.
I
I
don't
ain't never
think
seen Kevin Owens try to
I
back
don't
out
think
of it.
I don't think he knew what he was getting into because I've been watching this. this Randy Orton dude. Yeah, the what was that? That one Raw, he came out and he said he was gonna RKO every SOB that he saw, and then he was keeping his receipt. One, two, man. Listen, Kevin Owens may have just signed his death certificate. He's surely gonna get some time off from WWE after this WrestleMania because I can see him getting
Mhm.
some RKO's, plural, and a punt.
Did you
And
hear
he
how?
and
I'm
he
sorry.
said he said that he was gonna show that Pat McAfee was the second best punter in the WWE. Man, this man
Yes.
played the NFL.
Yeah.
Wait,
Somebody head gonna get kicked into the rafters.
did you see how? Did you see how Randy Orton was like on the normal? You always talking about fight, fight, fight. Now you acting like a little bitch. I
Bitch
was
Owens bitch.
oh
He
boy, you
said
about to get it. You about to get it,
He
sir.
tried it.
Because
He
because
tried it.
he
Drive
has
back.
come to his senses. He says, at this point, I crashed out, and I crashed out on the wrong one. Like that's yeah. So
He said, I
hey,
apologize.
but I remember a couple of weeks ago when Randy was saying that, you know, he had had his surgery and whatnot, and doctors told him don't get excited or don't do this, and he was like, he said, yeah, after this I heard the voices again, and I liked it,
mm.
man. Somebody gonna get punted, and it ain't gonna be right. And when he punt KO,
That crowd was nuts.
hey, KO just need to keep his head out of the way. I'm
and
just
and
saying.
and and the referee better
No, it's
watch
gonna
out.
be
That's all I'm
directly
gonna
in
say.
the way.
The referee better
He may
watch
get
out
one
because
too.
at this point, if your head in the way, it's getting booted. It's getting booted, and it's
Hmm.
getting booted. So speaking of Randy Orton, I know
And Kevin
this
Owens
match
ain't
could be
gonna get
this.
saved by Sami Zayn this time.
No, no, and
Sammy,
like
you
I
still
said,
listening?
no, I was saying speaking of Randy Orton, and this match that's coming up, this could be setting up because again, he is what? How many is he? Four? He has 16 too. He's 16 championships too as well. Randy Orton
Was it?
and
Mm,
14 or 16. I think they like right in there,
I think it's
and so
14.
he lines
no,
up.
Rick 13.
No, I think it's 14 because he had 10. He has 10 world, and I think it's 4 WWE, and or it could be backwards. So what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking is this setting him up for a championship match at some point, right? He could be on his way to fighting John Cena. And y'all know him and John Cena had some matches and some in a good rivalry moving before. And it's crazy. I saw this clip where it's funny that heel John Cena opened up Raw and face Randy Orton opened up SmackDown. What has wrestling turned
Ooh,
into? Right?
you
And what
know,
has wrestling
I
hey,
think
turned
if
into?
heel John Cena better protect his neck because he can get punted too.
I think they're gonna cross paths before the end of the year.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
got
maybe like Survivor Series.
they
yeah,
got
I think it's inevitable. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
yeah, they gotta
It's
cross.
got to happen. So we all in agreement. We all in agreement. Randy Orton wins this match. Is this? We all agree.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah.
And Duke does it.
Sounds like it to me.
And then we also all agree that Kevin Owens is going to get some well deserved paid time off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
He
he
got
has
some
earned it. Hey,
he got
hey,
some PTO
from being
coming.
upside down in the ladder to getting booted in the head, yeah, he gonna be out. He gonna be out a month or two.
Kevin
I
Owens
tell
is
you what,
yeah, he's gonna earn his PTO.
Yeah.
it'd be crazy if the crowd chant "You deserve it" after he get punted. Though I'm be done.
Dude, oh,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You
Hey,
Yes.
deserve it.
right.
Yes.
I kick you in the head. They
hey,
telling you deserve
if
it.
they chant that, you gonna have to put your shoes on.
Mhm.
Not
Hey,
bad.
hey, because you know what? Because we on the greatest wrestling podcast ever. Kevin KO gonna hear this and he gonna come for you. You better have your shoes on, cuz.
I get it. I get it.
Cause,
It's okay.
but the
That's
way you said something,
hilarious.
you said something. I just think about it. He gets Alabama slammed in the ladder, right? By the Nightmare.
Yes.
He goes through the match with Sami Zayn. Although he wins, he got put through the ringer. And then
Mm-hmm.
his
And he
final
and he got an RKO at the end.
and he got RKO for that. Then his final curtain call at WrestleMania. Got to be
Yeah,
getting
he's had a
booted
rough couple.
Mm-hmm.
in the head. Yes, it's time to take a break. Shout out to you, Kevin Owens. You've been holding it down. You've been holding it down. But it's time to go take a
You
break. Time to go night
deserve
night for a
it.
little bit. Yeah, time to go night.
He done put his PTO request in,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
back.
Well deserved. Well deserved. So again, we can't wait for this match. Night one, night two. Not sure. This might be a night two match. I think this might be a night two match. I'm calling night two. I think this might be a night two match. Should be a night two match.
Mm.
We got Randy Orton, the legend himself, and then Kevin Owens building up his own resume, holding it down. Night two. I'm calling it right now. Write it down today, episode 11, night two. I think so. All right. Road to WrestleMania. Naomi versus Jade. They haven't made it official,
Mm.
but y'all, I think we see this coming. Now, the last couple weeks, since Elimination Chamber, Jade been cashing in her receipts. She and Liv get in the ring, do a little 1-2. Shout out to Jade. We see you working. We see you working. We see you working. You selling some. You selling some moves. But this match here, she doesn't win first match back. She doesn't win it because there's some outside interference. Naomi comes out in her new
Mm-mm.
look, caution tape. The caution tape and begins to wear Jade out in the ring. And she ends up by saying, she says, I'm the B now. I'm the B now. So
Mhm.
look, I like this match, Kerry. What you liking about this? I mean, this since that old I did it for Bianca. Look, we in it.
I am absolutely hyped about this match. I like the swerve that Triple H took because everybody was wanting the Jade Bianca thing, the Jade Bianca, and that's going to eventually happen. But I'm okay with Naomi. Naomi's like, look, it was supposed to be about me. Here come you, whatever. And so now they got their story brewing. I told y'all, I think I told y'all last week that I was actually looking forward to this match more than Jay versus Gunther as of now. Um, as of now, I still feel that way. I think it's going really well. I like Naomi's look. I like it. I like the heel stuff that she was doing. Imitating her and just doing thing and doing all the things that heels do. But I love when she's like, "Oh, you thought this was over?" Slapped her in her face. I mean, yeah, some of the other moves was like, all right, she kind of block those. But that's neither here nor there. But no, it's not confirmed, but I see that. Yeah, I can see this as a night one match, maybe the second one. I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I think they're going. And I love they got these storylines. The black women got some storylines going, and they going and they doing the damn thing with them. They not just mailing them in. They doing real good work. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
And Storm, I like what they're doing with Naomi because Naomi she's been a long traveled wrestler from OVW
Mhm.
to being a Funkadelic with
Funkadactyl.
what is it?
Funk is on the road. Funkadactyl.
She was
Funkadactyl
a
with,
Dactyl.
yeah, and
Funka
then
something.
she turned on her. Then she turned on her partner, right? She has an amazing run. She turns into the glow. Then she leaves WWE. Her and Mercedes Monet, they leave, and she makes a name for herself in Impact Wrestling. Wins the belt, comes
Mm-hmm.
back. and she comes back at the Royal Rumble, overshadowed by another entry, Jade, and then Jade throws her out of the ring. And so this is really where the feud began, right? So
Probably,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely excited about Naomi's trajectory and what's going on and how she's handled this new heel persona, and rightfully so. Where does this Storm? Where does this take her after WrestleMania?
It takes her up to that level that most people don't consider her to be at. In Impact, they gave her more what she wanted. And I think now that she's got that role in Impact, she's going to apply it back at home in WWE. So this heel should be different from the first heel Naomi before she transitioned into the Glow. The only thing I'm interested to see is she going to do this heel run dolo, or is she going to bring in Tamina like she did the first time when she was on Team Bad. This
Yeah,
time it should be she should hold it down. If she holds it down the way I believe she can, the way she showed the Impact, I really think she's gonna be having a business.
Mm.
and Dwayne, I think this is Naomi's opportunity to show the world she is where she belongs. So what happens in this match, and where does this take her?
So we watched Jade take her first pinfall last night,
Mhm.
and Naomi come out, beats her down, and I'm thinking, I know Triple H and The Rock, they into this long term storytelling. Maybe Naomi does win, and it sets up Bianca and Naomi before Bianca and Jade. I mean, I think either I'm gonna say this: whoever comes out the winner, I think their next program is going to be with Bianca after she becomes WWE Women's Champion. I think they're going to try to push that because, like we talked last week, and Storm said that EO is a transitional champion.
Was you about to say transgender?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
Smooth,
No,
oh
no,
my,
no, no, no,
oh
smooth,
no.
my,
That's not.
smooth.
That is not.
oh
Excuse
my.
me. Our president said that's not allowed. They
Okay.
can't do that.
That is
But what's
facts.
gonna
My
what's
bad.
gonna what's gonna happen is this here because you figure, all right, I believe, and this goes to me saying Bianca is going to win that match. We're going to be more interested to see who. I mean, just who would we be more interested to see? Would it be Bianca and Jade or Bianca and Naomi? Because they Naomi got some receipts and Bianca got some receipts, so maybe that's the move they make. And if they do bring the Samoan girls into it and get a female bloodline, this could turn into something that we wasn't looking at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's my
Carrie.
thoughts.
Speaking of Carrie, speaking of Bianca being a part of this whole story, I just saw on Twitter this morning, right? There's somebody says, "No, for real, you could have at least said something to Bianca before and after all this went down with Naomi, because sis was just confused as us." Jade Cargill responds, "I didn't trust her A either. Naomi and I were closer."
Uh-uh.
So
Uh-uh.
Bianca responds, "And you see where that got you,
Ooh.
but you still mad at me. I didn't do to you. Leave me be. I have enough people trying to blame me over on Raw." But then she puts this. I want everybody to see this. This how you know. This how you know Bianca is the EST.
Oh, see a dead body.
Oh man.
She said, "Y'all want to see a dead body."
Bianca, put your shoes on, man.
But that's
Okay, so all
but
right.
she
But
she
I like
With
crazy.
that,
that.
wait. So with that said,
You
Jade
gotta be.
wins. So with
But
that
what's
said,
crazy,
Jade wins.
that even looks like her on top of the car where she got rock bottomed on.
It is.
How do we know it was the rock bottom?
Everybody is taking shots. What? Hey, look.
I
Liv took a
know.
shot at. No, no, no. What did Liv say to Jade before she walked off?
Try
Don't get
not
pushed.
to
You get
get
pushed
pushed
into a
on the
car.
cars.
What did
Retaliate.
Naomi do when Jade was standing on the outside of the ring?
With
Pushed her into the announce table.
oh yeah.
And now you got Bianca putting up the outline of how she was laying
Yeah, she
on
like,
the
oh,
couch.
that's how you want to put. That's how you want to play it. Well, f you
Right.
too then. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
That's what I'm
Whole
saying.
squad taking shots.
And I'm.
Bianca minded her
That round up.
business.
Look what that got you. Tell me I ain't trust that ass neither. Okay. Oh.
Naomi said Bianca was going to eventually see, so I guess Bianca's seeing.
Okay. But I love that.
Bianca.
I love that. We ain't gotta have no ties. We ain't gotta have no ties. You saying F the big three? Cool with me.
And I know Bianca like, man, I done babysitted this
Yeah. Well, yeah.
bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
You tried and babysitted this chick, and that's how she want to come at me.
Okay.
I
We
ain't
I
gonna
could
got
have
be
been
we
mad
chasing.
got
if
we got two tag team title reigns together. You know what I'm saying? You at WrestleMania because of me, and that's how you treat me. Oh yeah, game time. Receipts. That's what I feel.
With your off time and stuff.
Put
Yeah.
your
hey, I'm
shoes
telling
on.
you that. If Bianca end up siding with Naomi, you know what?
Then here's
On
the
that
people.
clip.
People don't realize this. They don't want to heal Bianca. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you.
Oh, they
I
had her
heal
in
Bianca.
NXT. They waiting.
What I'm saying, they don't want that. They don't want that.
And I think
She
it.
was ruthless.
I think
She
she
was
would be way
ruthless
better than it was healed. Yeah. I think it would be
because
better because she's so much more polished now too. She would be better as
and
heel
because
Bianca.
and I remember when NXT did that NXT takeover right around Survivor Series, and she came in there. That first, she came in there on Raw one day, and she was whooping all them females behinds backstage. I looked at. I said, oh yeah, this one, money. See money. So
Throwing the
Naomi,
church.
yes, Naomi and Jade,
Yeah.
WrestleMania match. Whoever wins this match, and for real, honestly, if it's a good performance, I think both of them are in good in the main picture. I think at the end of the day, Jade performs, she's in the main picture. Naomi is who Naomi is, and I think she has her own storyline. And honestly, I think they are, like Storm says, I think they're going to give her something even more. She's able to lead. Maybe she leads the faction. Maybe things are around her. Maybe the title picture literally leans on her, and and maybe there is a bloodline, and it runs rampant in the WWE. So I'm looking forward to it. And then Jade, star power. We know she has star power, right? But if she's gonna be a face, she gonna have to take some whoopings. That's what face do. Face gotta take some whoopings. And so we're gonna
That's
see
true.
right. We're gonna see what that looks
Shots
like.
fired.
So road to WrestleMania. Who
Shots fired.
wins? Who wins? Who wins? Who wins?
I think
Naomi,
He going Naomi.
I think Jade is going.
I'm gonna go Naomi as well
10 toes.
I'm gonna go Jade.
because I
I'm gonna go
think.
Jade.
Hey, listen
So we split.
We split.
again. But you know what? I think you as a black woman, you can't call me a bitch and not expect me to see you. So at some point, Naomi and Bianca, they gonna have to get it in.
I didn't know you were a black woman.
No, I'm saying,
You
yeah,
I
thank
know.
you, son. I'm just saying,
I know. I'm just
hey,
you know black woman.
but here's
that
but
those
here's
could be
here's
those.
here's my take, and I'm gonna tell you why I think Jade wins. I think Jade wins. She gets her first WrestleMania victory, and that kind of propels her into the main scene. Because beating Naomi that's big. You know, that's like beating her is
It
big.
is.
But number
Mhm.
two, I think this sends Naomi down like she kind of she you want Jay to
Spirals.
crash out. I think she spirals, then she crashes out. And then maybe she show up on Raw and them Tonga sister comes out. Tamina comes out. Maybe Tamina shows up at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Mm, good possibility. But the way I see
Maybe
it,
Tamina shows
the
up at
reason why I say
WrestleMania.
Naomi is because we've seen plenty of superstars now go into WrestleMania and take a L their first match. Now Naomi has the factor of being heel. She can bring people in. She can cheat. She can grab tights. She can do everything that a heel can do. And Jay got to play the straight and narrow on this one.
Mhm. Yeah.
I really think Naomi gonna roll with this one. She might cheat the roll, but she gonna roll with this one.
Yeah. The baby face does not always win, so I
No, they don't.
that's a good point.
You saw what happened to Roman Reigns his first WrestleMania partner.
That's
His
but
first few
he was
WrestleManias.
it's Seth. The first one was Seth's fault.
Hey, look here, man. No, it won't. Because
Don't
before
Yes it
Seth
was.
came out with that
Don't
briefcase,
send me
Brock was beating
no
the
don't
brakes off Roman.
no that's
What?
absolutely false. That's false. Because
Uh-oh.
remember, he was getting his tail whooped and was laughing and smiling. And then Brock Lesnar made a mistake
Hmm.
and he ran into the pole. And then when he ran into the pole, that's when
Right.
stuff started to turn around for Roman Reigns. So when Seth came down, Roman Reigns was actually winning the match.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but before Seth came out, didn't Brock hit him with an F5? I mean, yeah, an F5.
But
Oh boy.
I'm not. They both were no matter of fact. They both was laying down because if we can go back and look at the match, you could be right. One of them
Yeah,
got
because
somebody got
Seth hit
speared,
him because Brock hit him with an F5.
but the only one bleeding in that match at that point was Brock Lesnar.
Roman.
Hmm.
Roman was coughing up blood from the suplexes.
Brock was bleeding from the head. So everybody was so
All of
Well,
them.
when he hit the pole,
everybody was bleeding.
but,
Yeah, Brock was bleeding
but
from
Everybody
the
was
there was
head.
about
no
that.
duh.
But I know what I'm
And
saying
then
is
here
that
comes
match.
Seth.
Yeah, and here comes
But now
Seth. The
you got
match
the
had turned
tribal
around,
chief. So
and we know
Hmm.
what the tribal chief has done with Brock Lesnar. Send him out of here.
You must be confused, farm boy.
we talking about
but
the
the,
big dog Roman. We ain't talking tribal chief.
Yeah, we talk about the big dog, but you must be still confused, farm boy. Oh, that was the greatest promo ever.
Big, big
Yeah,
dog.
but
man, I wish we
that's
were
funny.
man. I wish we was doing mic check then because that would have been mic check every week.
Hmm.
Mm,
Slide. But yeah,
mm.
so that is Naomi and Jay. That's crazy how we veered off. We got the Brock and we talking about, but as
Sorry.
always, OTC. You can always get in here. You can always get in here at some point. But then
Circles
roll to
back.
roll to WrestleMania. Rhea again. Now this is another one that I think when we talk about Rhea that the people are up to here with the fact that she's always getting the opportunities. I've seen it. I've read it. People are people are upset about the fact, but at this point, she loses to Io on Monday Night Raw, and we already knew she wasn't gonna take this lying down. She wasn't gonna take this lying down, and so now she's interfering contract signings. We all know how contract signings are gonna go. Somebody gonna fight. Somebody gonna end up through the table, right? And so Rhea Rhea comes down. Rhea comes down and interrupts Io and Bianca's contract signing. And again, she comes down, interrupts They going back and forth. Io feels disrespected again, and then she gets mushed by Bianca because Bianca said, "You ain't gonna slap me again. This ain't happening." And then Bianca turns around, when Bianca turns around, she gets head butted by Rhea, and then she gets then the other girl gets power bomb. Io gets power bomb on Bianca, and then Rhea picks up the contract and signs it. Now, the last time somebody signed a
Mm.
contract that they were not supposed to be a part of a match was John Cena when he was
And
trying to
how
get
that
in the
worked
match
out?
with he lost to the tribal chief. So,
Okay.
but but again, Kerry, you made a comment because other people are saying it. You just can't. Somebody got to address this. You just can't enter a match just by signing the contract because your name wasn't even on the line. Like, why would you? Somebody like, why would you even?
Yeah, I saw where Shayna Baszler had said that. Like, that's what we doing now. We just signing, and Liv Morgan was like, she wants to be included so bad. Point, but if I'm telling you this, if that's how they write her into this story, that's the most laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It better be something more. Like, all right, Hunter, I'm gonna give you a chance to get this correct. But if that's really how she gets in this match, that's BS. I think that's whack. And I think what's the name said something about that also. Bianca Belair, like that's what we doing. Like,
Yeah, she
that's lazy.
definitely did.
That's lazy. So I'm praying if this gets fixed in some way because I like the idea of them having a triple threat match, but for her to just sign it and be like, "This is a legal document. My name is on it." What? That's no.
That's
It's not.
cap.
That's cap. That's a
And
lie.
somebody need to
Give me
put their
five.
shoes on because at the end of the day, you ain't just gonna be signing. You just ain't gonna be signing a contract think you're gonna be in the match. But again, it all goes back to state the reason why EO is in the match. Like we talked about last week from our knowledgeable one, somebody gotta take the pinfall. Somebody gotta go down. So, and at some point,
I understand that.
yep, because Rhea and Bianca at this point, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it squashes anybody's legacy, but those two right now are probably one of the top two, probably the top two dominant females in the sport right now. And so them taking the pinfall
Mhm.
wouldn't look good at WrestleMania, right? And so we'll
Yeah.
see. And I think all of us believe Bianca is the next champion. And so, you know, because at the end, Bianca got to set up this whole Jade and Naomi feud, and one of them got to have
Said
the
that
belt.
I said that one of my predictions was going to be Bianca wins, not Jade, Naomi wins Money in the Bank and cashes in on and
Hmm.
cashes in on Bianca. That's going to be one of my bold predictions.
I like
One of
it.
my bold predictions.
I like it.
I don't,
It's not a bad one.
I
Interesting.
like it.
yeah.
I like it.
I don't think Jade is. I'm not saying that she's not anywhere near the championship scene, but I think she still has to put some time in. Maybe I don't
And I
know. I don't
and
know.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't think.
They
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't
people have
think.
worked.
Yeah, I didn't think Tiffany. I didn't think Tiffany was. But here we are with that.
She had
Yeah.
a hard time with Charlotte the other night. She had a hard time with Charlotte the other night when that side by side meeting. Oh boy, she had a hard time. Huh?
She did.
That looked
That
like
was
a little girl that got permission to talk back to a grown up
that
and
looked
just
like
didn't
a
know
bad.
what to say. I'm
Yeah,
like,
bad. That was a bad promo.
okay.
She didn't know what to say.
Every time somebody on fire, you pour water on it. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How old are you? 5? Like, what are you like? She had a hard time matching wits with Charlotte, and
It's
you going,
right.
yeah, you might
And
go back
Charlotte
to the
was like,
drawing board.
and Charlotte
Did
kept
they
saying,
not
"There
rehearse?
there she go. That's the Tiffany." I'm like, man, this is Tiffany's getting embarrassed right now. Like, this is terrible.
Well, look, cut. Commercial break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it was
try
Commercial
this.
messed,
break.
it was messed
Try this
up at
again.
WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, try this again.
She said,
Cause
if they all run out to time.
They only get one chance to make an impression, and she fumbled that. You know what
I
I'm
was,
yeah,
saying?
she definitely
I was
fumbled
like,
it. She
So I was
definitely
like, they either wooing or booing. They
yeah.
either wooing or booing.
Mm.
yeah. So you know, I don't know. And maybe like I said, Bianca Bianca does what she does, and it leads to this whole big three feuding at some point, right? And not sure what's going on with Rhea. I know with the statements we saw before about, she wouldn't be at WrestleMania again. Maybe they just doing this leading up, and she don't be a part of us. I don't know. Not sure what's happening right now, but they need to make it make sense at some point,
Not
right? This is the road to WrestleMania, and and y'all, Jay had a match with Austin Theory, and that was 15 seconds, right? And we all know why it was 15 seconds because John Cena took up the time. Him and Cody
Okay.
just just, just like a heel would do. But this is what they call a squash match, or a quick match, if you will. It wasn't a squash. He got pinned. Um, it was and he pinned him with a spear crossbody.
I feel about that.
It was a spear crossbody, and I think when I go back and look at it, Austin Theory took off certain. I don't know. He took off a certain way, and Jay, I don't know. It was Austin Theory body was like I don't know. It was I don't know why he did it, but
I'm not
and
sure
and,
what
and
that
then
was.
he took the
Very
yeah,
bizarre.
and he took the pin. And then you know Austin Theory's homeboy came and try to beat him up and all that. And there's a spot, and we gotta talk about it. There's a spot in the match where Jay tries to jump over the rope, and that foot got caught on that top rope, and he ain't make it over. But kudos to Austin Theory and what's the other guy's name?
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller.
Yep, great. Yep, Grayson Waller. And so Jay gets attacked by Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and as he gets attacked again, he tries to jump over the rope, misses it. Well, he doesn't miss the rope. He actually hits the rope, and botches the jump. But again, the crowd goes crazy. Shout out to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory for catching them too, because that would have looked that would have looked real ugly. And Jay catching some heat. Jay's catching some heat because of the spot. But again, to all those who don't wrestle and everybody who making comments, you try to jump over the rope. Yeah. 700 times because it's not the first time he's ever done that. And so he's jumped over plenty of times and cleared it. So um, and they always and then the side by side with Trey Dollar, him doing it, them two different people. Now him doing it is it's compared to Jay doing it. That brother, now that was crazy. But Gunther comes out, tries to put him to sleep again. This time Jay gets out of it. This time Jay gets out of it, and he is the victor. Again, here we go. We know Road to WrestleMania, Jay versus Gunther, and then we know it's going to be probably night one. It will not main event, but and
Oh
you know
no.
it's not main eventing, and we all know that. And we're gonna get one or two. We're gonna get a good match, or we're gonna get a bad match. But somebody coming out of there as a champion, right? Somebody is coming out the champion, and we're gonna figure out who it is. Because and here's my I'm gonna come to you, Dwayne. Here's my disdain, or not my disdain or my confusion. Either one winning them, I'm not sure where they go. Either one after WrestleMania.
And I I think I agree with you because you know if Jay wins, it kind of puts him. It puts either one of them in a strange situation because the roster on Raw. I mean, even though you get the big dudes coming in. Oh, wait. Seth Rollins is on Raw, right?
Yep.
So for Raw to be the premiere or the signature show, it's I don't know. It's not the only time it's really appealing is when when the tribal chief come or we get the QB1 Cody show up because John is beating him down. I don't know. I don't know. I think for some reason Raw has become inferior to SmackDown. And I wouldn't say inferior, but we think I think we're looking more. I think we're looking forward to SmackDown more than Raw at this point. And nobody. I mean, like I said, if Raw is supposed to be the superior show, then you know what? Jay and Gunther should be the main event night two because Raw is superior. But no, we got John Cena and we got Cody Rhodes. So, I mean, we just got to figure out where this is going at this point. I mean, the whoever comes out of that, I just really interesting to see, what's next for them.
Now,
Mm-mm.
now I do agree, but you have Roman and you have who's on Raw, but he can go where he wants. Just like Seth was on SmackDown this week, CM Punk, who's on Raw, but he can go to SmackDown, I'm guessing. So, but the biggest part is like all the big players are in matches. Like Cody is going to be in a match, right? And so, and then you have Roman, CM Punk, Seth. That's a star-studded match in itself and
Mhm.
Gunther is the world heavyweight champion, but
Star level.
he's not star studded. Like he doesn't right. Um, if anything, Jay brings more star, if anything, to the match. But it's it's a it's a it's not Roman, it's not CM Punk, it's not a Cody Rhodes, it's not a Steph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so and again,
And
I'm 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 grateful. Go
it's
ahead.
almost like
Yeah,
why?
I'm all for Gunther. I'm all for Gunther. Like I get it. Like I
I
understand
like
his
it.
character. I know what he did with the Intercontinental Championship. I know what he does in the ring. But it's and he's got good heel work.
Okay,
He's
when does the
good
draft come
heel
out?
work. But we
We
just
already
don't.
had the
I just
draft.
don't say it again.
When does the draft Did we already have the draft? No, right?
No. Mm-mm. They just had those.
So maybe storyline. So for maybe for whoever wins that, maybe storylines develop after the draft
The
because
draft
right
happens after
now,
Backlash.
okay, see, because right now it's just like okay, all right, if Jay wins, what's next? If Gunther wins, what's next? So I think the draft is going to determine storylines going forward.
Mm. Do you think that, and this might not, because I was just thinking about this a second ago, all those people that you rattled off, the Cody Rhodes of the world and the Seth Rollins, do you think Gunther is not at that level? Because it does seem like Gunther is more of a character, and they seem more reality based. Do you think that's maybe why he doesn't resonate so well? He's still kind of in that character ish gimmick.
I
Whereas,
think I think so because I think that's the reason he didn't want to face Jay because he needs that signature title win against somebody who is that
that
guy.
said, you don't do nothing for my legacy. Got
And
you
and,
know.
and, and I took and when he first said it, I was like, but I totally get it now because
You
of the.
break
I
it
mean,
down.
even last year when we were doing the podcast, we were all talking about Jay got. I mean, Jay's that guy right now, but he got the super kick and the splash,
Two moves.
two moves,
Oh, he got
and
the.
and oh,
Don't do him.
Wait a minute, what was that
Don't do him.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do. Don't
So it's so
don't do
again?
him. For
that I
real.
mean, it's like, I
Add
mean,
like the famouser to his repertoire and
and the
stuff. Like,
crazy thing is, it's got us thinking. I mean, because their whole thing has been long term storytelling, and it's just like, okay, well, what if Jay
what do you
actually
think?
pulls
But
this off?
but
What's next?
what's crazy is, and I just thought about this though. What's crazy is, remember him and Damian Priest had a great s- rival match leading up to the belt, but Damian Priest is on
Seem like
SmackDown, and it seems
Yeah,
like he is.
it's
You know what I'm
elevating a
saying?
little
Like
more.
he and nothing against Gunther, but you got Damian Priest fighting Drew McIntyre. You know what I'm saying? You Damian Priest in matches with Fatu, and you know what I'm saying? Like Damian, and so I'm like, okay, Damian Priest is like they moved him from over from Raw to come to SmackDown to see what he can do, and he's holding strong, and to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, which is happening, that in itself for Drew, for
Position.
Damian is big, right? And so
that's big for
it's
him,
just I don't. It is, and I feel
but it's
like
a SmackDown
if
product.
that was say case
So
in point, if Drew McIntyre was the world, think about it. If Drew McIntyre was the world champion and Damian Priest was, that match will be more. I feel like
let me
it's
ask,
just in my thought process. Like
let, let
if
me
Drew
ask you
came in
this.
as the champion and Damian like they and he coming in, I think I'm not saying that it'll main event, but I think it'll get more of a
Push.
I don't know. It's more motion, more hypage than what it is because I don't know. It's just what's your
Let me.
thoughts, Storm? Go.
That's
What's
what
your
I was.
thoughts, Storm?
Uh, between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, I think they uh, left breadcrumbs of this storyline all the way from last WrestleMania. Drew said it in the
Maybe.
ring Friday.
Yeah.
You cost me the title. You cost me money in the bank. Every time I have a good moment, you're there to foil it. Like, it's been built for so long. Now, does this match need a title attached to it? I would, before Damian Priest's reign. You don't need a title for Drew McIntyre. He's certified. And before Damian Priest's world title reign, when he showed what he could do with Seth Rollins, Gunther, and who else did he go up against when he had the world title? It was three. He defended it three times.
Who, Drew?
It was Gunther.
It
Damian
was
No,
Priest.
Gunther,
Damian
Seth,
Priest.
and then
Was it?
It's
Oh, it
Gunther.
was Finn Fowler. Was it?
Finn
no,
Balor. No, I won't Finn.
they had a
Wait,
match, but it
was it
won't for the
Bobby? No, it
title.
wasn't Bobby, was it? Wait,
No.
who?
No.
No,
Damien?
yeah,
Yeah,
Damian
Damien.
had a match with Seth, Gunther, and there was one more defense where he showed that he can hang
Oh,
up
I
there.
forgot.
What's the
I
one
really
where
think
he
the whole
botched?
point of this right here,
He kicked out of was that Seth?
I think
That
that
When he
was
kicked out
actually
late?
Drew.
that was Drew.
That was Drew
Wasn't it
because
Logan?
Okay,
in
well
It
that
there it
wasn't
is.
Logan. No,
rematch
Logan.
when he
That's the
took the
third one
title,
there.
yeah, it was Drew. Yeah, so I really think this is a situation where Drew is bringing Damian Priest up to the main event level to stay. No more mid card feuds at this point. Like, I really think he's going to be up there. He's broke that glass ceiling when he got the world title. So I don't really think it's a question of who got a title in this match or if they needed one. I really think this is a point where they're trying to show Damian Priest can stand with all the heavy hitters,
I got a
no matter
question.
what they bring to him.
I have a question. So, Sylvester, do you think, going back to what we were talking about with
His name
Gunther
is
and
Storm.
my bad.
It's cool. It's okay. It's okay. Keep on with the question, Carrie. What's up?
Good Lord.
It's
I'm gonna
okay,
call you
Carrie.
Sylvester. I'm gonna call you Sylvester.
Right, right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm old. So going back to going back to Jay and go. Do you think why is that not picking up steam? Like, why does that seem like that? We are calling it night one, match one. Why? Like, and I was
Because
just saying,
it's the same thing that you're hearing or you're seeing on the comments online. Jay hasn't given anybody a reason to believe that he's ready to do this.
because
Like
I don't,
even him fighting
but I don't
off
even.
on Monday, like, what was that?
he he fought him off and then he let him sit on the outside of the ring holding the title up. Yeah, that's one thing. You
No,
got everybody
he
taking
snatched
pictures
the title
in the
off of him
arena.
though. He snatched it off of him though
Yeah,
now.
he snatched it off of him, yes. But the reality of the situation is you left that man standing.
Right,
You
But
left him
but let me
standing.
but the more and more I think about this, y'all, and it could be just me. And I was just stating it because if you go back to what we were talking about, Drew McIntyre really painted the picture and set up this match with Priest, like because he's the one who is the main like he's the one. Hey, this is what you did. This is what you boom 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 boom, boom, right? Like he's setting it up. Like I, my thing is with Gunther, like Jay got a lot of traction when it comes to entrances and things of that nature, crowd level. But then the second player, and I'm not even talking about just my thing is just if it get to it, I don't know about because we talked about Gunther's title run. I'm not impressed about his title run either. This title run ain't
But
like
see,
the
Boy,
IC title
I
run.
keep trying I keep trying to tell y'all they got a leash on Gunther.
Mhm.
Gunther is got like a metaphorical shot collar on him
But
right
that's
now.
what I'm saying. But this also has something to do the reason why it's not getting Jay and him too. And I feel like
No,
it's
because
a
Gunther's been attacking.
yeah, but
what
see,
I'm
Gunther's been
saying is,
attacking.
but he not that like he not that champion. Like there's got he don't have that it factor walk. He's not like it's not that whoever you said the 10 man number 10 that you talk about. He had like this. It's not he don't give you that when he walk in. It's not no aura. There's not that
It's no
he don't have that.
terror.
Say it again, Kerry.
I said he doesn't have that reign of terror like how like they say Triple H used to have, like where he was
Yeah,
just going.
He had it in UK. Vince
No,
dumbed it
yeah,
down.
and I get that. That's why I
but
said that you can see that they, from what you're telling us, yeah, this does look like a dumbed down version, but I'm trying to figure out why. Like,
but I
Because
can tell you why. If you
Gunther
look,
was
if you
leaving
take,
people bleeding.
so if you take your top five current WWE superstars, four or maybe all five are going to be on SmackDown. I think it's just the lack of competition for Gunther to face.
that goes back to, I just think they should be able to just go with show they
Now
want.
hold on, man. When you had Gunther and Sheamus, that was a banger.
Okay,
Gunther
but
and Drew McIntyre,
where's Sheamus
banger.
today? When the last time you heard
Where
Sheamus do anything, fella?
he don't have to, fella.
But
That man is cemented.
I mean, he
He's
is,
a
but
first ballot Hall of Famer. What else does
uh,
he really have to do besides go after the IC championship?
but that's mid card stuff. What, are we talking about the title? Who is who's that guy on Raw that's going to be forced against Gunther?
Gunther. Right now it's Jay.
And it's Jay. Who's next? I'll wait.
Yeah.
No, we just gotta watch it unfold. The reality of the situation is everybody got the same impression right now of Gunther and Jay. But see,
Okay,
the thing I
but
want people to understand is remember the night on SmackDown when Roman sat up there and said, you're making me look bad, you're disgracing me, this, that, and the third. Otis came out. Otis didn't say not one thing to Jay. Jay beat the brakes off that man. Like left Otis laying on the outside of the ring. And the whole time he was beating the brakes off of Otis, all he was saying was directed to Roman, what you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like he was still trying to figure out what Roman was talking about. That Jay is what everybody is waiting on. Now, as far as Gunther, everybody wants the one from UK. Problem is when he came over to Raw, number one, he had to lose weight because Vince thought he was too big. Number two, Vince changed his name. He had to deal with the political drama of changing his name to apparently it was a high-ranking boat captain on the Nazi army that they named him after. So he's had to deal with all of that and then turn around and they put a leash on him so he can't do as much stuff as he wants to do. Over in UK, everybody was like, let's do this, whatever makes the match get a 5-star, let's do it. Around here, I honestly believe everybody is lobbying to not take the chops, the kicks, none of the stuff that he was doing over in UK. I don't think none of these other wrestlers are signing up for it.
I mean, I listen. I
So
get
you
that.
think they're dumbing
I,
him down?
but
Gunther is
listen.
literally your last smash mouth wrestler. Besides Braun Breaker a little bit, Gunther is your last smash mouth. Like literally, everything that he do is meant to look painful, feel painful
Old school.
every day. Old school. He is the last smash mouth.
Yeah, he old
And I'm gonna say
school.
this. I mean, I get that. But my question is, okay, who is next to face either one of them? Who on the Raw roster
If
can,
you just had to put one,
if you had to put one?
if you had a fantasy book, who was next?
If Jay wins, I really think either Roman or Seth is coming for him. If Gunther wins, it's probably going to run back to a rematch at Backlash and Jay gets the title. Is one way or the other. You're not going to let Roman come after Jay because that's just going to be another Hell in a Cell situation.
I don't know.
And
And
you're
I
gonna
say,
you're
Realistically,
gonna
and I,
shred everything you
realistically,
built Jay up to.
and, and realistically, we could be here all day with this, man. We trying to because we my thing is at the end of
Right.
the day,
yeah,
we trying to figure it out, and my thing is that we don't know what's happening, but what we do know is that we
Everybody
got
has to be themselves.
yeah, and that's kind of where we are right now. You know what I mean? And so, but we know we on one of them WrestleMania nights we're gonna see Jay and we're gonna see Gunther get at it. So hopefully, again, hopefully it turns out to hopefully something that we can talk about and not laugh at moving forward, right? And so that's that's what we want. I'm just being honest. That's
Crazy.
what we want, and
Right.
hopefully that's what we get.
But
That's what we get. Because I just I don't want two things again. Like it's just that this the both of them really where they came from have put in a lot of work to be where they are. I'm just that's
Mm-hmm.
realistically where that's at. But we know right now Jay is an ultimate baby face, and ultimate baby faces they cannot like what we want is Jay to snap that he won't be this mid in between because we got enough in betweeners. We got CM Punk in betweener. We got Seth here in betweener. We got Roman here in betweener. None of them are true baby faces or heels, right? We don't got enough
They
heels. We don't got
anti-heroes.
so yeah, but so they in the middle because they can snap when they want to and they can love the crowd. Think about it. Roman says, "I love you." To the crowd this past Friday, but then commits to saying, "Hey, whoever in the back, I ain't got time. Bring your behind, bring your behinds out here. You want to say something to me? Come holler at me,
come
right?
on out here.
Right." And
But
so,
at the
and,
end of
and
the
then
day,
And
nobody was
CM Punk can
feeling
say
him
what he
until
want
he
to say,
became heel.
You said what, Steve?
and that's true.
Nobody was feeling Roman completely 100% until he became ill. Until he had the
Hmm.
ability to do what he wanted to do and not what Creative was writing. Just like The Rock when he was Rocky Maivia. He was doing what Creative wanted. When he came back from that knee injury, they let him do what he wanted to do. They're going to have to let Jay do what he want to do and Gunther do what he want to do. And then we'll get some smoke on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the crazy part
I,
about
I,
all
I
of
Until
this
agree.
too,
then,
it
Crazy,
does seem like
cra
they're doing neither one of them any justice.
right. They're not doing it just service. And the crazy part, and again, maybe it was production, maybe it was the backstage and the writers, because remember, Jay wasn't, he didn't come down with the neon colors before when he was by himself. The crowd, he was already over before Yeet.
Mm,
When he was just doing this, he was already over.
mhm,
And then the Yeet happening, and then they had to trademark that, find out somebody else had it. And then they had to wait for it because at one point, a couple of shows they couldn't say it. Then it finally came back because they won to get it, and now all of a sudden changing the colors, changing, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. Seems
mhm.
very Vinci, McManish. I'm trying to make up words and I can't even get it together.
That's all
Hey,
right.
I got time for that.
The old regime.
I'm trying to make up
Right,
words. I got time for
right.
that.
So look, we already been talking about Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. We already came in and we talked about that, and we think that's gonna be a good match.
Mhm,
Damian Priest, and I talked about it before. WWE been looking at him since him and Bad Bunny, how he took care of Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico when they fought, which was, and they wanted to reward him, and he did well when it comes to Judgment Day. He did well when he took the belt from Drew McIntyre and did well. One of the best moments we talk about in WWE WrestleMania history, and you know what I mean. And now Drew McIntyre has something to focus on because realistically, the one who has really been costing him, it ain't Roman, it ain't Seth, it ain't CM Punk, it's Damian Priest. You've been looking for the wrong person the whole
right.
time. You've been,
Right.
you've been looking for the
You
wrong
think about
person.
it. When you started saying, I'm sorry.
Pretty
No, you
much.
good. No, you right. Say what you were saying.
I was saying, like he did say it, and when they start showing it, I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, that kind of was, and I think Damian Priest should lean into that a little bit more. Like you've been looking for the
Yeah,
wrong dude.
the
You've been
whole
Yeah,
looking for the
time. Y-
wrong
Yeah, you've been crying
dude.
about
Yeah.
Roman, but it's been me. You've been crying about Seth, but it's been me. You cried about CM Punk, but
Mhm.
it's been me. I've been picking the bones. I've been doing it on purpose because you've been an easy target. Somebody give me a microphone. I could do that. Somebody suit me up. I could do. I do it
You
for
better. You know they hiring. You know they hiring. You better go
they
ahead and
are.
write that or script, boy. You
They are. They
better.
are.
Good.
Now I can be
You
the. Let me
better.
be the
You
writer.
better write that.
Yes.
He said,
Yes, indeedy. So I don't know. I think
it
it's a
was
toss
me,
up.
Austin.
I think.
crazy.
I think. I think they give Drew this victory. I think Drew wins this one.
Oh Lord.
I think so too because I don't think they're gonna be ready to let that go, especially if it gets real good. I don't think they're gonna be ready to let that program go. Like,
Man, I'm sitting with DP. I ain't giving it to Backwood.
oh,
Nah,
okay.
I'm not gonna give it to Backwood.
Well, there goes that. There's that.
Now,
I
again,
mean,
Oh
if
man.
You can't do it, bro.
If DP
my
wins,
bad.
I'm excited. Don't you already know how I feel about Backwood? You already know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, if if if
you
if
little
DP
TV taker.
wins, yeah, if DP wins, listen, we gonna celebrate for sure. But that gives Drew
Mhm,
another opportunity to cry, and then I'm a
mhm,
Yeah.
he gonna come out the next Monday, that same Monday. He supposed to be on SmackDown.
mhm.
He probably ain't gonna wait and come out Monday and cry to the crowd on Monday. Go to SmackDown on Tuesday. He might go to NXT and cry. Right? He gonna tell everybody it's not my fault. He gonna find somebody else to blame.
Hey,
He gonna probably blame
this
it on
could be the
Pat McAfee.
greatest. This could be the greatest storyline ever. He should never
They,
win another match.
she about to get rolled up again for WrestleMania.
I'm, let me say this to y'all. If he gets rolled up and pinned, I am going to
And
holler. I promise you. If he loses by being rolled up, oh my gosh. I cannot wait to get on here to boy call him a backwood for sure, bruh. Like that would be crazy.
Boy, please let
Wait,
that happen
wait,
if we
wait,
go live, if we live stream that day. That'd be so funny.
wait.
That'd be so funny.
That live, if he listen, if we live stream that day and he get rolled up,
If Damian rolling
hey,
up
yo,
another backwood,
hey,
He's gonna win.
wait,
Uh,
he gonna be on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. He talking about the four of us laughing at him.
He
And
gonna he gonna need some.
I
He gonna need
Jay, these
24. He
guys
gonna
got
need
the
24/7.
ring report.
He gonna need 24/7 surveillance because he might lose it for real.
hey, look, Drew, I just want to state for the record, player, you've been rolled up too many times, player.
Um,
You call backwood, player. That's just what it is. You gonna have to accept that.
Oh,
but
oh
the,
Lord,
the bad
that's
part
the
about
mic
that
check
is
for me.
it's the bad part is it's a downgrade because now you were crying, now you crying to a roll up.
Showing up.
mm, 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 mm.
And you the bitter roll up. Mm.
Y'all, we're rolling WrestleMania, and so we're going to talk about a confirmed match that just happened this week. Matter of fact, last night actually confirmed last night and it's the triple threat match between Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, your OTC, your YTC, your head of the table, all of those,
He's in
CM
trouble.
Punk, CM Punk, and Seth freaking Rollins, a revolutionary, the Monday Night Messiah,
The visionary.
all of those. And so this is one, to be honest with y'all, we believe this is main event night one. Main event night one, star power. This right here in itself speaks for itself. And Friday night, they got added in the ring. Literally. CM Punk cheap shot it, Roman Reigns, and then all hell broke loose in the ring. And at the end of the day, it's your tribal chief standing over top because he hit everybody with the steps. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's him standing over top.
Bong.
And that's something we think is gonna happen at WrestleMania. But others might think they're gonna cash in a favor. Paul Heyman is going to do his thing and CM Punk gonna get a dub. And again that could happen, but I really think, and I talked about last time, I think my the favor is gonna be called after WrestleMania. He got to come down. He got to come down and help him out at some point. But y'all, this is probably one of the star-studdedest triple threats we done seen in a long time. And the last time Roman Reigns was in a in a triple threat match, what happened, Dwayne? What happened the last time Roman Reigns was in a triple threat match?
Let him say it.
Well, hey, listen, it was Hall of Famers Daniel Bryan. Now he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and Edge. Tribal Chief came down, smashed him, stacked him, pinned him. One, two, three. And then he came out and cut that
And
promo the
literally,
next night. And he said, they'll never book me in another match like this because don't nobody want this to happen to them. Smash them, stack them, pin them. One, two, three. Would that be
You swear
great?
that's gonna happen this match?
It's not, it
and
probably won't, but my goodness, if
Yeah,
it
that's what you
does,
like. That's what you like. Yeah.
yeah,
if it
that's
if
what
it
I'm
does
like.
happen, if
Oh
it
my
does happen,
goodness.
he's greatest of all. He's already greatest of all time at some point for some. But if this happens, this is a greatest of all time move. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like this is different category because this CM Punk and Seth Rollins. We talking about this Edge and Daniel Bryan, okay, but this Seth and CM Punk. If he
Yeah.
I just
smashes, stacks him, and pins him,
One,
boy,
two, my God.
oh my goodness, this. And
Hey,
I'm not
if he
saying
does that,
I'm not saying
I'm
it won't
going out.
happen.
I'm not, but I'm going out to buy every Roman Reigns t-shirt available in my size if he smashes, stacks them, and pins them. I have one for every day of the week. Oh, the
can't.
OTC
And let
will
me
the OTT
and
shirt, the OTC shirt will be here on Monday.
Storm. Let me say this. I don't think Roman Reigns is losing two WrestleManias in a row.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm just happy at the fact that CM Punk finally get what he's been after. He got his main event. Granted, is off the two people you brung up to the main roster, but yeah, nah. I I look. The tribal chief might smash him, stack him, and pin him. He might. He just might. But at the end of the
I'm-
day, let's not forget that Seth Rollins is Triple H's protege. Then on top of that, let's not forget CM Punk is the best in the world, and he's done proved it time and time again.
but more Dwayne says it though. The more old gray bearded one says it, bro. I'm over here
What
like,
smash, stack, and pin.
if it, I'm not against it. Like I'm not like if he
I'm
does
here
this,
for that.
Carrie, if he does this, this is really GOAT status. I'm just that's a whole nother level, man. You smash these cats, you stack them, and you pin them 1, 2, 3. Oh my God.
You know what we hadn't seen in a while? That's we haven't seen Roman go into God mode, and that we had a little bit of that last night. So
This
maybe,
mockery.
I
You
think
must
that's
be
what.
confused
These
for
my
him, boy.
announcers. They
I,
talk about me.
hey, you know that's Raw. That's Raw right there. That's who they wanted. That's who they wanted on Raw. That's the face. You know that he's the like you call him. What you call him?
Get a
The
needle
needle mover.
mover.
Needle mover.
Need a
He,
needle mover.
a needle mover. So I do not think. I mean, I don't think he's gonna lose, but I do. I mean, that CM Punk story is just like I just can't see that. All right, if he lose, he ain't taking a pin. I think I said that already. If he
Yeah,
lose, well, we know who's getting that pin either way.
What was the reason Roman lost at WrestleMania last year?
They
somebody
brought
hit
out
because Seth
35 people,
Rollins.
Damn
It was
story.
Seth Rollins' fault.
so he got his
Honestly,
receipts.
believe. You want me to be honest with you, Dwayne? I honestly believe Roman's hatred for Seth is gonna stop all of that. Ain't no smashing, ain't no stacking, ain't no pinning. Because the moment that
But you,
Roman loses his focus, CM Punk's gonna capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
but you know
And
what?
Roman's hate for Seth is that serious,
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
storyline
I
wise.
can agree. I can
So
agree.
you
But what
It's
I
happened
saw,
too
what I
many
saw,
times.
what I saw yesterday, he ain't really focused on Seth. He focused on both of them yesterday.
But you know
When
what?
that
Like
show went off, him and Seth was trading blows. When you
that's
saw all the best,
that's because
man,
CM Punk was laid out. He was CM Punk was laid out.
yeah, he took one one still step shot. It was a wrap. Seth took the same shot. Seth still got up and tried to give him some work. It's just no matter what it is, everybody got their Achilles heel. I think Seth is Roman's Achilles heel.
And I think Punk is Seth's Achilles heel.
Just like The Rock was Stone Cold's Achilles heel, and just like Mick Foley was Triple H's Achilles heel, Seth is Roman's Achilles heel.
But I
Think
think
about it
also
like
too,
this: when Seth,
we got CM Punk. We got CM Punk in this now, trying to take his wise man from him. Come on now. There is a
already.
this is a new this is a whole new thing now. So you see you see his look in his Friday about the favorite joint
Mm-hmm.
and saying I'm always he says it's easy for you to come in here because you always helping me set him up. And he looked like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't put
So
no weight on that. He did the same thing with Brock Lesnar at the table sign. Yeah, fine, boy. And Paul Heyman still ended up
But
setting Brock Lesnar up at the Royal Rumble.
but
So
at the
if
same
Paul
token,
can do it to Brock, Paul can do it to CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put no
here's the
faith
thing
in
though.
him looking at
what if
I
they
Paul
setting
Heyman like
CM
that.
what if they setting CM Punk up though?
but
They
here,
could
here-
be.
here's the thing.
They set Brock up.
Paul is attached, and I listened to a interview that Rikishi had, and it was talking about Paul Heyman, and it was like, of course he rolling with with the tribal chief because that's where the money is.
Yep.
Paul gonna be where the money is,
Yep. And Roman got more years than CM Punk do. He's still
and
active.
and I don't.
That boy
Paul gonna
Roman
be where the
Reigns
money
making
is.
$15 million a year.
And that was before the video game, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he
Roman
started
been up
making
there
he
since the
he took
pandemic.
over he took over John Cena and Brock Lesnar last
I love
year.
it. And he's worked
He's
so
the
hard
highest
at
paid
that.
he's the highest paid wrestler in WWE right now.
He deserves it.
And you listen,
He worked
you
so
got
hard on that.
when you got the guard, everybody in the garden was chanting OTC, OTC. My OTC T-shirt will be here tomorrow as well. Um, shameless plug.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, that's what we doing.
That man gave it the same amount as Jade kept us.
Hey man. So yeah, he got his man. It's just gonna be. I think we are all expecting the same thing, but if something different does happen, we wouldn't be surprised.
Mm,
We'd be like, now maybe. I mean, because you remember they were saying that Raw wanted. I mean, not Raw, but Netflix wanted Roman on that show.
mm-hmm.
What if?
Yeah, that was
What if?
part of the deal.
What if Gunther just like destroys Jay and talks just trash about the Samoan wrestlers and this, that, and the other, and that becomes a feud where you get Roman and Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Roman
That'll
gonna Roman gonna
solidify him
Roman
being on.
gonna beat the bricks off of Gunther. Anyway,
Yeah,
Hey,
that's not
listen,
even good. That's not
hey,
even business. That's not even a
anyway.
good business decision.
Mm-hmm.
This is
but
not even close. It's going that literally if Gunther ain't there yet and he go against him, it ain't gonna look good.
That ain't that ain't what you want.
hey,
That ain't gonna look
Now
good.
Roman is eyeing the world title because you remember when they unveiled it when Roman came down, he looked at it for a good 20 seconds, like, yeah, I need that. I really think
And
that
he and,
that is going to happen
and he
eventually,
probably
but I
will
don't
get
think
it.
it's going to be Alpha Gunter.
So
I
y'all, we
think
got the
he would
trip.
elevate. I think he would elevate it.
He definitely will. Anything he does, and again, SmackDown, what was SmackDown was until
yeah,
Mm,
right, like when that music hits, the aura, the show shifts, like literally,
mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
so triple threat match, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. We don't know. We're excited about it though. We can't wait to see it in a couple weeks. WrestleMania is here. And so star-studded triple threat match as we've ever seen. Old Gray Bearded One is saying it's a smash 'em, stack 'em, pin 'em type of situation.
no,
And if it
old gray
happens,
bearded, old gray bearded one is hoping for that, but it probably was going to go very, very
No,
different. I'm a
no,
hey,
no, but I'm
listen.
telling you,
stand 10 toes
and look, if
down
it
up there. You
happens,
looking to foot
look,
up.
if it happens, you will get shouted out. I'm telling you, we're gonna be like, you called it because they ain't really been talking
Yeah.
about it. Look, because if finally, if Paul Heyman cuts a promo and says, y'all remember the last time
Uh
Roman was
oh,
in
come
a
on now.
triple threat
And
match?
he
I
said
told y'all
they'll never book. He said they'll and remember the night after he said they'll never book me in another match like this because don't nobody want it. Smash them,
the
stack
moment,
them, pin
the
them.
moment Paul Heyman says it's not a spoiler.
It's
The
not a
moment he
prediction.
says
It's a
that,
sport.
this is this when he says it. It's not a
Mm,
prediction. It's a spoiler.
mm.
The moment he says that,
Yeah,
because
come on,
there's a
keep
lot
it
of
up.
lot of joints he says when he says that always comes to pass.
I think that
This is
crowd
not a
going to be singing.
prediction.
I'm going to keep
It's
it
a
a book.
spoiler,
I think that crowd going to be singing.
y'all.
Mm,
That's our road to WrestleMania, y'all. We can't wait. We're excited about what's getting ready to happen. Man, that's some good. We had some good content, y'all. We just broke down some good stuff. Let us know what you thought. We want to know your thoughts too about some of the matches that are coming up. We want to know who you think is going to wrestle. Matter of fact, in our comment section on any of our platforms, help us talk. Choose some matches you think is going to take place, and maybe we'll choose yours, and we'll talk about that too as well. But as we continue to move on in our show, The Ring Report, y'all, it's time for segment. Y'all know about it. It's called the mic sound nice. Check one. My mic
Check
sounds
one.
nice. Check two. My mic sounds nice. Check three. Come on, we in the mic. Check. Let's go, Dwayne. Oh, girl, good one.
Yo,
Who's our mic check this week?
this week I think we got Mike Check at about 305, and it wasn't even close. John Cena is this week's Mike Check. There are no words can explain. And I think we were all looking forward to heel Cena. This is the first time that he has spoken since turning heel, and it was just there was, like I said, there was no word. I can't even describe what he did. He said, listen, he was divorcing himself from a toxic relationship between him and the fans. The fans that wanted to see him, that was jealous because he was succeeding, because he was winning. Even went as far as saying, even this little kid here, after the kid left, I love you, John. Mr. Break-A-Wish. Oh yeah, that kid there, his life has changed, probably for the better because of this. Because he's always gonna be that. Even this kid here is dysfunctional, a toxic person. That's
He
the
gonna
mic
be
check of the
missed.
week. If you go, hey, go watch Raw, you can hear it all because this went on for what 5-10 minutes or so. This is not the 25-second joint that I was rocking with last week. This John Cena mic check, unbelievable, and it's what they needed because you know what, it's going to make Cody an even bigger, put him on a higher plane because of it, and that's the job of the heel.
Mm.
And I thought I really thought John Cena got disqualified because it was long and it won't 25 seconds. I thought he won't
Nah,
be the
no
one.
sir, no sir,
Me
no. See,
too. Like
see,
it's cool,
I
but
but
thought
see,
he
John
won't.
gonna
but
run this
but
back
but
to
B,
25
B,
seconds. Cody got to keep it
B,
short, sweet.
Storm. He didn't come out with the yeah. John was fire from the point. Yo, my issues with QB1, he just it's just long and drawn out. I mean, I don't have an issue. I have an issue with that. But see, one thing, John Cena came with his shoes on, so if somebody wanted to run up, they could run up and get that work.
Yeah,
When you see Cody come out with a suit, his promo is never going to be the mic check because he
Mm.
not there. He not there to take no smoke.
you know
That's just
what?
my
I'm gonna let
opinion.
you have it because
Opinion.
this is John Cena. This is John Cena's mic check. I'm gonna let you have this
Yeah,
because
this
Cody.
all you play.
Yeah,
This
because Cody came out and we ain't gonna talk about what happened after that, but he did.
And he had on a
John
suit,
Cena
right?
came. He held his suit,
And what he had? He had on a suit, right? That means he
but
didn't
John
want
had
no
his shoe.
smoke.
John had his suit
And,
on. I mean, Sean had his shoes on. He ain't do nothing either.
but
He
see,
took what he
hey,
said to
listen.
him,
But,
and
here go
Cody.
the thing. But here
He
was the
those
thing.
them were orthopedics.
John
They
had
got
his shoes
soles.
on just in case. And once he seen that Cody came out in his suit, he was like, "Oh, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I'll see this joke at WrestleMania. He ain't
you
want
were
to."
literally copping a plea for this man right
I
now.
don't know if it. I don't know if it was that, but all I know
You know,
was
look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You
Keep
can
it
go ahead.
have
being.
your shoes on. I'm gonna have my suit on. I chuck this mic at your chest and scroll off and turn my back on you twice. Twice. Threw the mic at you, called you a bitch. Threw the mic at you. Turned my back on you walking out the ring, stopped in the middle of the aisle, turned around and looked at you again, and turned my back on you again.
And John Cena
John ain't had no
he looked
shoes
like a
on.
sad puppy in that ring. Like he was upset. And I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
the difference between the tribal chief and John Cena was when Cody Rhodes showed up the first time face to face. Roman, the tribal chief, ate Cody Rhodes to pieces.
Up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, killed him.
Have
Have
you
you
ever have you ever held this one?
have you even
Oh wait. Have you even competed for this one? Yeah,
Threw him on, but he
I
laid him on
totally
the
get
mat.
that.
Laid him on the mat, pointing to him. Do you know what? Do you know what these feel like? And then he started talking like his
You know what your
daddy.
father used. You know
Oh
what your
my
father used to
God,
say about you? Nothing. But
nothing.
see,
If there's
yeah,
anything that your dad didn't teach you,
I
teach
will.
you.
But see, that's the stark comparison between the tribal chief and John Cena. We just needed to hear from him because he turned heel. And that's the basic reason he's gonna get the mic check because okay. And he came out and I like what WWE is doing because they're basically showing all negative uh the negative responses he had been getting from the WWE universe during his time. So
Yeah,
they're trying to work that angle. But
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. I definitely
but
agree.
we know how Triple H's twisted mind works. Or we think we do.
Yeah,
What if it's not what
we
if it's
thought we
not
did.
John? What if it's John that has not actually sold out?
Come on with the
Hey, look,
conspiracy
whoa, 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 whoa,
theory,
whoa, whoa,
bro.
whoa.
What make you think otherwise?
What makes me think otherwise?
Yeah.
I watched the Rivals last week with The Rock and Mankind, and
Mm-hmm.
Mankind was they didn't no, The Rock was feuding with with Vince and them and then whatnot, and he was wrestling Mankind, and Mankind Mankind had won a match, and Vince was like, no. He didn't. It wasn't by submission or pinfall, so the match will continue. And then the Rock got Mankind in his move, and they rang the bell. And then the Rock and Vince and them hugged, and that was Rock's heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
What if this is a double cross, where they're actually playing Cena?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll
That's
see.
I
too.
guess we'll
It's
see
too much.
because that'll be
That's too much work.
and
It's
that's
too
too
much
much.
work.
That's too much
Yeah.
work. But it was too much work back then because they were beating down the Rock week after week after week,
Mm-hmm.
only for that to happen during that match. And that's when the Rocks. I mean, that's when Mankind stock kind of elevated and whatnot. So maybe in an effort to get John to go out on a high note, maybe this is what it is.
You know what?
Let's just think about
Maybe,
it.
maybe again. I don't know. But I feel like if they do that, then
I don't know.
John's heel.
And
John.
then what would have been the mic check for?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Mike
John's
check was. I'm
John's.
just saying.
Yeah.
Nah, no sit up there and say John Cena had his shoes on. He ain't had no shoes on.
Man, he had his
He
shoes
won't.
on. He had his
He won't
he had
ready.
his
He won't
Fruity
ready for that
Pebbles
smoke.
outfit on, and if
He
and
won't
if
ready for that
dude
smoke.
wanted to, he was ready
Man
for the
came out
smoke.
there in a suit and straight. Mm.
It was just
But
words.
it's the growth of. But it also shows the growth of Cody
Mm-hmm.
because the last time he was in the face of a main eventer, the way he was, he got handled. This time he tells him, he says, I don't. He says, I don't know nothing about this John Cena. He says, this the one I ain't trying to fight. I don't want
Yeah,
to fight this whiny B. And then
Mm.
walks out.
That man said if this
He
John
said, it's
Cena
not
shows up
Sunday.
at WrestleMania, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna whoop that
retire
ass.
and send him home early.
But
He
see,
ain't
Mm-hmm.
we
even have
know
no.
we know that's not gonna happen because they gonna push this John. They gonna milk this John Cena thing. They gonna milk this John Cena
They
thing to
may.
the end of his end of the year.
So that's our mic check. John Cena is our mic check for the week. That's what we're talking about, John. Way to come back in your fruity pebbles, man. We appreciate you. We thought you was we thought you was gonna come back in a certain way, but you came back in your red,
As
right? And with your
Get
honorary
it?
tribute or your
Yuppie.
honorary tribute tour towel. We appreciate you. And leave them kids alone in the audience. That kid ain't do nothing to you, man. It
I
was
love
funny
you,
though, but he ain't
John.
do nothing. He
He
ain't do
said,
nothing to you.
He gonna be like
bump
he
these
gonna be
kids.
like the Miz girl.
And speaking of John Cena, This is our segment called Whose Man's Is This? Whose Man Is This? Storm,
Yeah, yeah.
hold us down this week as we tap in to see how John Cena came to where he is today. Let's go.
Okay, this week on Whose Man's Is This? We doing John Cena, so we're gonna stay on this theme. John Cena was broken to the business by Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels actually wrestled for Ring of Honor and Impact. He got his stardom in those two. Where he correlated to WWE is the what I said earlier when I said it's going to travel back. The whole Vince McMahon and the Undertaker kidnapping Steph. Christopher Daniels was supposed to be the person that was supposed to be the one that said it's me instead of Vince. Last minute, the contract didn't go right. Christopher didn't make it into WWE. I think they said Vince was tripping off of his height because he's, I think, 5'11", and it didn't look right to have the Midian, the acolytes, Undertaker, and all them following Christopher Daniels. So apparently, so what it was saying, it was him that was supposed to be the one behind the hood, and it just turned out to be Vince. That was what it was said. But that was at UPW. Then in 2001, John went to OVW and got seasoned by Fit Finley. Coincidentally, when he was training at UPW, he was training with Samoa Joe. So him and Samoa Joe broke in together. So
Joe.
I found out that John Cena had a cameo in Ready to Rumble, the WCW movie, and that's how he met the wrestlers to get into UPW. So that has been his road, and ever since then, from OVW, you've seen the story unfold. But yeah, he was trained by Christopher Daniels and Fit Finley. That's who
Learn
Nance
something.
that is.
Learn something new every day, right?
Right.
So
No,
he was wait. So he was already an actor.
no, he was. This was when he was doing his bodybuilding thing, and
Uh
they
huh.
needed extras for the movie, and they said they would feed him if he was an extra in the movie. And when you see the clip when they're talking to Goldberg, trying to get him to be in the tag team with him, you see John Cena with the spike flat top in the back lifting weights.
Huh.
Looking like the prototype.
Yeah,
Okay.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
For real.
Well, that that is John Cena, everybody. Appreciate you, Storm, for the research you did on John Cena. Way to go.
Roger.
Look, well traveled. That's what I'm talking about, John. Thank you for all you've done, and we can't wait to see you go. But then, I'm just,
Dang.
I'm terrible.
Boom.
I'm
Wait,
terrible.
wait.
Yo, dude, oh,
Mic drop.
I'm terrible. Y'all forgive me.
that's why he
It's a
broke up
joke.
with you because you're
He
toxic.
did. He did. That's on me. It's on me. John
And
Cena
see,
says it's not you, it's me. Realistically, it is me, but y'all, so that's a great segment. Thank you, Storm, on Whose Man Is It? Y'all, here it is. But again, John Cena, WrestleMania. We were talking about the chief. Listen, we're getting ready to do our top five segment, y'all. Top five, top five, top five, top five, top five, top five, top
let's
five, top five.
go.
Top five, top five. We're doing top five this week. Our top five WrestleMania segment this week is top five WrestleMania entrances. I'm excited to see what people have come up with. I want to see if we have the same ones or not. We hadn't talked to each other about what they got. So let's go. Dwayne, we're gonna start with you today. What's your top five WrestleMania entrances? Let's go.
You stunned with the old great bearded one? Okay.
Old gray bearded one. Give it to us.
All right, here we go. My top five is number five, The Rock, Final Boss, WrestleMania 40. That's the first time they remixed that thing. And the first time I heard it, I was, oh my, what is this? That's number five. Four, WrestleMania 30, Bray Wyatt's first, not the first one, Bray Wyatt in New Orleans. and where they had the band who actually made the song that he comes out to live. So you may see some similarities in some of my top fives. So that was number four. Number three, WrestleMania 39, Tribal Chief, when he had the piano players playing, and they played do, 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 and that was there. That was that. Two is gonna be WrestleMania 27, Taker's first entrance to the Johnny Cash song. They against Triple H. There ain't no grave that can hold my body down. Number one, Shinsuke Nakamura's debut at WrestleMania 34 with the
Mm.
guy with Alice Cooper playing the guitar. I mean, listen, I'm about the music and the entrances. I know y'all may be pivoting differently, but that whole the whole music and Shinsuke's what's that? With Shinsuke's his movements, his entrance. He was just that night. He was just on one. That was against AJ Styles. But yeah, those are my top five. So it'd be The Rock 40, Bray Wyatt 30, Roman 39, Taker 27, and Shinsuke at 30. WrestleMania 34.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna go to Carrie. Carrie, what's your top five? Top five. Top five. What you got for us?
Top five this week, we got Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25 versus The Undertaker. I absolutely love that crowd was on lock. The crowd was crushed. He's ascending down in his all white, and it's like, oh, and they have like it's the good versus evil. You got Taker coming out in the black. You got Shawn Michaels coming out all white. He hits the floor and Sexy Boy comes on. I think that has got to be one of the best entrances I've ever seen in my life. That's one. Macho Man and Elizabeth, WrestleMania 4. I talked about this last week. They came out each and every time he came out, they came out in a different color scheme. Never ain't seen nothing like that since. I loved it. Bianca Belair with the Divas of Compton in WrestleMania 39. Those little girls were just absolutely adorable. And then the one that was like kind of like the contortionist, the star to show her mom had just died. And that little girl still went out there and performed. So I love that. They stole the show. Uh Number four is Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3. Just to have him and Bobby Heenan come out. It was the lights were out, the spotlight was on Andre. It was just simple. It gave what it needed to be given, and of course Hogan comes out and he's like he turns up. But that was Andre's moment just as much as it was Hogan's. So I'm gonna give Dre some love. And number one is Dominic Mysterio, WrestleMania 39, when he had just did his bid and he had came out there with handcuffed with a police escort because he had just did a bid for what did he do when he went and assaulted his parents or something like that. He had went and did like
Yeah.
a 2-day bid. So the police escort. I said this fool right here is a nut. So he's got my number one. So that's my top five.
Okay. Love
Five.
those. Love those. So I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna let Storm go last. I'm gonna go next. So my top five again. Y'all like how y'all do y'all got numbers and stuff like this. Like I'm gonna just give y'all five entrances that I like. It may not be like one through, but I'm gonna give them to you. All right, here we go.
Mhm.
Number five, Triple H, the throne joint,
I had the
WrestleMania
throne.
22, WrestleMania 22. He was trying to play the game, and at this point, he claiming himself to be the king. And so that was beautiful. And at that time too, I think that was the same when Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and they
Alexa
were
Bliss.
all the ladies, and Alexa Bliss. They were the ladies that helped him come out. Yep, and I think that was the Royal Rumble where um he lost the belt to Roman Reigns, if I'm not mistaken. Was that the same one?
No, that I think that was the
Not the Royal Rumble WrestleMania, but because I know he won the belt at Royal Rumble because that's the year he won it. But he had the belt
oh yeah,
because
yeah.
they were
That
yeah, I
is
think that
it,
was a
yeah.
WrestleMania he lost to Roman Reigns. But then I'm just like Carrie. No, I don't think she said this, but I like at any time that you talk about WrestleMania, you gotta put Shawn Michaels in. So, but my favorite entrance of Shawn Michaels is WrestleMania 12 when he comes down through the zip line in the air, get ready to face Bret the Hitman Hart for the world championship in the Iron Man match. You know, nobody's ever done that before, and I thought that was I thought that was dope. And then my next one, I got two of so the WrestleMania 39 is the theme, but Dominic was in one. So WrestleMania 39, when yours truly, the tribal chief, comes out to a piano. It's the piano for me. He comes out with the piano. He comes out with the piano. Gotta talk about that. Yeah, that was dope. And then to mirror with Carrie, Bianca, the Dancing Girls, WrestleMania. I love them when she came out. They did the skipping, things of that nature. And then number one, Undertaker, WrestleMania 9, when he came out in the chariot with the crow. They were outside. That was
Yeah.
my one. That's the one. And he came out
Yeah.
and he was just death everywhere. So I just figured had to put him in there. Those my top five WrestleMania entrances. Storm, you go. Yours up.
Well, y'all done took two of mine. Eric took my Triple H and Kerry took my Shawn Michaels, but I got backups. It's cool. I got backups. You know what I'm saying? So my number five is WrestleMania 20 Undertaker when he came back from being when Kane put him out. So when he came back for his payback with Kane, that was number five. Number four is Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 14 when him and Triple H came out for the DX against Stone Cold when they put Stone Cold over. Uh, my number three is Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 20. Was it WrestleMania 33? Yeah, WrestleMania 33 when he came out with the torch, put it to the ground and lit the whole walkway on fire. That right there was memorable. You feel me? Um, John Cena, WrestleMania 22, when he came down on the gangster car with CM
Oh,
Punk riding on the side holding the Tommy gun. That was beautiful. And my number one, even though Eric took my original Triple H joint with him on the throne, I got to double back to WrestleMania 31 when Triple H held up all 14 of the skulls against Sting for WrestleMania 31. In my top five. In them.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
Dean
All of us had
Ambrose was in the Undertaker joint as a druid.
all of us had one that wasn't shared. Had some good. I think that's how we roll. So definitely excited about that. Next week though, shout out to one of our viewers that gave us an idea. So next week we're gonna do top five bottom matches or top five WrestleMania matches that were trash. So we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk
For
about
real.
those.
He said,
We're gonna talk about the trash matches of WrestleMania. There's a couple of them y'all probably already know. A couple of them we're gonna talk about, right?
Yeah.
So we got our top five, and so before we go, y'all know we gotta test our knowledge. Y'all know we gotta be tested before we go out of here. This is the Brain Buster. Shugman, who's ready? Y'all put your brains on. We try to get right. Carrie doing her thing. We're in the Brain Buster. Let's go.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Let's go. All right. So this week's Brain Buster, we still on the road to WrestleMania. So I wanted to keep a WrestleMania themed. I wanted to keep the WrestleMania theme going. So this, get ready for this one. This week's Brain Buster. Which WrestleMania was the first to not have an Intercontinental Championship match?
Ooh.
And your time. Do you need time? Wait a
Th-
minute. Look.
This one ain't fair. Good gracious, this ain't fair at all.
Yeah, right?
That is a lot of cards to think about, boy.
Yeah, that it is. It's definitely a whole. It's 40. What is it? 41 WrestleManias we got to think through,
Yeah, 41 of them things.
Okay. Time
and
starts now.
it's got to be the first one.
The first
First
WrestleMania did not
WrestleMania.
have the Intercontinental Championship on the card.
Number WrestleMania number one, because they ain't even have one. I'm just
It's only
saying.
three of us. We can't. There's only three guesses. We only gonna cover three
Look.
WrestleManias.
It's y'all
We're
three
not
again.
gonna be able to get all 41.
Mm-mm.
So
Dang.
this really the question is really when it was established,
No. No.
because
So it was active. It just wasn't on the
It
card.
was active. It just was not defended.
who defended on WrestleMania one? Anybody? Who was that?
Uh, I think Greg the
Honky
Hammer.
Tonk. Won't Honky Tonk
I think it was Greg
Oh,
the
you know
Hammer
what?
Valentine.
Y'all right. Y'all right.
It was either him or no, it wasn't Tito Santana. I think it was Greg the Hammer. I think.
Chico
It won't the one
Santana.
because
Oh, so
this
we
one
like a
tough one.
minute and then.
It's a tough one. It's a tough
Oh,
one.
the time
You got
in.
this one.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
roll the
I,
dice.
and honestly, viewers, I think y'all
Mm,
be before y'all be answering questions. I think y'all be googling it and been putting y'all answers
they
down because
probably do,
y'all be quick to the draw.
but then
Quick.
some of them don't.
'Cause the first
Mm-hmm.
like last week, first answer was Eddie Guerrero. They couldn't even wait.
Yeah, right. I was like, God, I
uh,
just put the first answer was
Come on,
look,
get
look
it
at
right,
somebody
Dwayne. Get it
else.
right. Get it right. Get it
Somebody got
right.
it right. Look at pressure on Dwayne.
38.
Whoa. You just guessing.
That is wild business.
It's the first one. It's the first WrestleMania where the belt was not the Intercontinental Championship was not defended.
And
I want to say, 10.
Double.
He said one, so we've all guessed.
All right. I would have loved to give y'all a little bit more time
I
to
want some.
figure that
I want
out.
some time. I was just saying that
Okay.
WrestleMania one. I just want some time. Give me
Okay.
some time.
All right. What is going
Because if I
on?
think, you know what? You know what?
You got to be
Storm. Storm. This is a trick question,
without.
Storm. This is a trick
Next Neville.
question.
Why is it a trick question?
Let me tell you why it's a trick question. Because the champion that year fought the World Heavyweight Champion in the main event.
Oh
No.
no, shit!
No,
Talking about Hulk Hogan
no, because it was belt for belt. That was belt for belt.
yeah,
So
both belts was on the line.
Ah, I
Both
thought it
belts
was.
was on the line.
No, was it?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
both belts was on the line because if the Ultimate Warrior lost, Hulk would have had the Intercontinental Championship too.
It was belt for belt, title for
No,
title. They used to
it was
say
title for title.
that in the lead up. I thought you
Was
had
it?
that. I thought you was.
Was it title for?
It's
Was it title for title?
it
It
was.
was, but I really think it is a trick question. But we,
When you get the answer, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's a trick question.
Which was it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
nah, B's got to give up first.
Look, he's still trying.
He holding
I
on.
thought the way he
That
thought
ain't
about
messed
it,
me.
it was like,
That ain't messed me up, man. I just knew it because at the time. But yeah,
I said 10
because
because
if
I don't
Hogan would have
remember
won
the
it, are you
Intercontinental
sure?
being
So
on
if
the
Hogan
on
would have won it,
WrestleMania
he would have
10.
became the Intercontinental
he is
Champion.
title.
Yeah,
Yep. hmm
and then
Hey,
you
what
got
number did you say, Storm?
Macho
What
and
number did you say?
Steamboat.
What number did you?
I said 10 because I don't remember I don't
What
remember
number
the
did you say?
Intercontinental being challenged on 10.
What number did you say, Dwayne?
Dwayne said 38.
He
I
said,
said 38.
he said the one the other day.
Wait. But there was no IC match in that. There was no IC title match in that.
But it wasn't the first
Yeah, but
one.
she talking
I
about. She said the
understand
first
that.
one.
Matter of fact, there was no IC title or US title in that match.
It's not the first one.
Huh?
Almighty.
All right. Y'all ready? Y'all
Yeah.
tapping out? You want another stab at it?
What year did Rock and Triple H go battle for the IC title all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
She
That ain't
know.
it either.
You harlot.
Hey, I give up.
Well, what?
All right. This your last.
It's not fair, bro.
I couldn't wait to see. I couldn't wait to get this one. I
That
could
gonna be
not
hot.
wait.
That gonna be hot, bro.
I bet I bet you it was sitting on the brain the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Dwayne done cut the camera off. He about to look up.
Right.
WrestleMania 25?
Mm-mm.
Which one was it?
The answer is because the like you said, Dwayne will cut the camera off so you can go look. The answer is Dwayne. Where you at?
I'm right here
Okay. Why can't we see you? All
because
right.
my connection's bad.
Okay. The answer is WrestleMania 12. Goldust was the
Wow.
Intercontinental Champion, and he fought Roddy Piper in a street fight. That title was not up for. He was not defending it.
With the gold Cadillac.
Yes, and the fake, what do you call it? OJ chase scene.
It was still a trick question
That was so
because
disrespectful too.
he still
I
fought.
knew he could,
That's because he still
but
fought and he was a champion at the time, but it wasn't defended.
but
But the belt wasn't on the line.
he
It
wasn't
was
defending.
Ah,
He did not defend it.
that was a good one because you, man.
Back on top. Your tribal chief. Diamonds are forever.
Get on my nerves. Great job.
Ooh, yeah. Can cup of coffee in the big time.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to see who guesses this one on social media. I'm excited to see
Yeah.
if somebody catches it because she stomped us today, ladies and gentlemen. She got us. She had us really thinking.
Curb
We out here
stomp.
just throw, we out here just throwing out answers.
Yeah,
I thought I had it though. I thought I had it.
our heads was in position.
You did. Curb stomp.
I thought I had it.
Stomped you.
If the IC title was not up for grabs, I think I'd have won it. I'd have won it. I'd have won it.
No.
I should get something for it. Almost.
No. No, you don't get partial credit, sir. No, thank you. No.
Ah,
You
that's
did that.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, y'all, great job. That was Brain Buster. Listen, comment, chat. We want all your answers. Listen, we want your answers, and maybe just maybe you can get one of these T-shirts that we got. Maybe I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying it might happen one day. Just guess it.
Hey,
Guess
look,
it.
real talk. You can edit this out, but the they should know this ain't Eric was right.
What? No, it was title for title.
Nah, that's what they told us. Apparently, after WrestleMania, he vacated the IC title. It was never on the line.
They didn't build it up like that.
Yeah, I feel
That's
you,
true.
but they also lied
That's
Well,
about
true.
they didn't build
Marley
it
and
up.
But I'm gonna let you have
Shit,
this one. I'm gonna let you
Marley
have this
might
one
get
because
that answer a lot.
now we may get that answer. We may
Mm-mm.
get my answer a lot though. We may get that one
No, we
because I
may
don't
get, but we
remember.
definitely gonna get Ultimate Warrior and Hogan a lot.
But yeah, that they was building that up title for title. Now I always wondered how that was gonna work with Hulk Hogan
If
being,
Hogan would have
and I
won.
guess that should have been my sign right there. Yeah, I guess that should have been a sign right there letting us know that he won't gonna win because that really wouldn't have made much
But
sense.
yeah,
But they
because
definitely had built.
now that I think about that, because he didn't rock both belts after that. He was just a champion.
Yeah.
He vacated it because it wasn't on the line. He had it.
That's crazy.
But that's
But
what
anyway,
they
we'll
really.
let you. We let you have that.
Building it up.
No.
What does
No,
history?
no.
What does history
It's
say? I need it. Go to WWE historians. Call somebody. I need a true answer.
Call a lifeline.
What a
A
lifeline.
lifeline.
Y'all,
Lifeline.
listen. What a show.
no.
Oh my gosh, what a show. Great content today. Hey, great knowledge from everybody. Just great opinions and perspective. We're excited about the road to WrestleMania. Listen, we are excited because we're gonna one of our shows, one or night two, or maybe both, it will be live. Look, we're gonna be live and y'all gonna see our reactions. Y'all gonna see us making comments. We cannot wait for WrestleMania. Y'all, this is our last words coming up. This is our last word. This is our final word. This is our last statements for the day. I'm gonna go with Carrie. Give it to us. Tell us your last statement. Let the audience know how you feel.
I am enjoying where this story is going. Excuse me, where the road to WrestleMania is leading. I'm so intrigued, especially with the whole Cody versus John Cena. Like they're setting you up. They set him up to take down like the big three. You got Brock, you got Roman, which whatever, and now you got to take down John Cena. I'm very intrigued to see where that's going.
But I will say, I like what you're saying, but in order for the tribal chief, it took him two times to take down the tribal chief.
And a bunch of
He fought Brock Lesnar
boatload of
twice and
people.
won both of those matches.
Yeah, you're
He took a
absolutely
beating in
right.
the Brock
But
Lesnar matches, though.
I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see it because it's like John Cena's like, look, I've been doing this for 25. Like this is my stuff.
Yeah.
This is my show.
Yeah.
You come. Let's go. So I thought about it today when I was watching. And I was like, this is about to be very interesting. We still haven't seen the reason why John Cena aligned himself with The Rock
The
and all
Rock.
that. So I guess he'll do that next week. I'm definitely interested to see
Y'all know my
seeing where
theory.
the
It's that
story goes.
Hollywood. It's Hollywood. They brainwashed. Hollywood is brainwashed.
Mm.
But
Who's Illuminati?
Dwayne, old gray bearded one. Last words.
Say Illuminati.
Um, my last word is more for the people that have liked and subscribed to our show. We appreciate what you guys have done for us, man. It gives us the motivation to find this content for you daily. I mean, we're up at I know me and Kerry up at 4 a.m. sending information back and
Mm-hmm.
forth. So, without you guys liking, subscribing, it wouldn't mean anything.
Mm. Yeah. Thank y'all.
Yeah. And I may not be at 4 a.m., but I think about it pretty much most of the day. So 4 a.m. may not be my calling card, but I think about it all the time. Yeah.
It's not
But
in your.
we do
Not in
appreciate you. Come on, Storm. Your last words. Let's go.
And I feel like the closer we get to WrestleMania, the more party feel we getting into this event coming up. I really want to see if they're going to top last year's whole feel of the whole situation. There were people crying at the end of last year's, so I want to see if they're going to top last year's this year. So the closer we get, the more hype this get. We do got some detractors and some people that believe this is what's supposed to be happening, but hey, it's only one person driving the ship, and we along for the ride. And I'm going to enjoy the scenic view till we get there. That's Rhea.
Yes.
What I'm realizing about Storm, if it don't make you cry, it ain't legit. It ain't legit. It ain't legit.
You feel?
You
Because
got to have some
the
tears.
whole thing about this is making you feel
Got to have some
emotion, even if
tears.
it's hatred.
Yeah.
All
can,
two
can I
Got
people
to
can
have some
laugh and
tears.
cry.
can, can I
But
can I can I
again,
keep it? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I still, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I have still not watched that Cody and Roman match because of the outcome. I've seen bits and pieces, but I have not sat and watched the entire match
Mm.
because I feel like I was robbed of something. I feel like I got robbed. They had to bring down 40 people to get the title off of the tribal chief, and I ain't with it. I'll check it.
Blame your
Yeah,
tribal chief. He the one that came with the bloodline rules. Blame your
yeah.
tribal chief.
You're
You can
robbing
tell him
yourself
that to his face.
of some nostalgia if you missed that match.
I ain't
Here's
got
my
no
last
problem.
word. Here's my last word. I am really at awe of how far wrestling has come. I said something earlier in our segment in our show before about how both shows opened up differently. And this would have never happened long time ago where you got heel John Cena opening up SmackDown, Raw, and you have a face Randy Orton opening up SmackDown. Because we all know Randy Orton has been a killer heel for a long time. And John Cena, the ultimate babyface. Now the roles have been reversed. Can you imagine a babyface John Cena versus a babyface Randy Orton versus a heel John Cena at a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series, right? Wrestling has come a long way, and I am excited about what is about to transpire. All these storylines, we don't know where they're heading, but we know they're heading in a direction that can change the ultimate landscape of WWE wrestling, right? And so that's my last word. How far wrestling has come. We don't know. We got in-betweeners. We got some heels. We got some baby faces. We got great storylines. We got heels who used to be baby faces, and we got baby faces who used to be heels. Wrestling. You gotta love it.
Crazy.
You got to love it. And again, that's my final word. Thank you again for tuning in to the best, and I mean the ultimate best, WWE podcast that this world can provide. Listen, tune in, like, subscribe, share. Tune in with us every Monday. No, every Sunday, every Monday, one of them days that we put out there. We we want you to be a part of it. I am Eric Battle. I am the best moderator. My cousins Carrie, Storm, Old Gray Bearded One. Y'all, we'll check you later. See you next time.